My name is Caleb Kuberiet, and I am a 2021 undergraduate associate. Today, I have the privilege of speaking to Missy Balmir, an adjunct faculty and former graduate fellow here at Eagleton. Missy, thanks so much for taking the time to talk to me today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I was hoping you could start by describing your role here at Eagleton and what the Institute means to you.
Okay, so currently I am an adjunct faculty teaching the Perspectives on American Politics course, co-teaching with Joe Doria and Pete McDonough. It's very enjoyable. This is my first time teaching. I've come to Eagleton over the years to be, I guess, an expert on a number of topics as related to politics in New Jersey, but to have the opportunity to actually co-teach a class has been great. So I'm definitely enjoying that. For me, I've been involved with Eagleton, as you mentioned, as a student in 1999 to 2000 as a graduate fellow, and I've been pretty much involved since then. It's been great to come back to share what I've learned since graduating with other students, be a resource to them, helping other students, once they graduate, I identify opportunities for them. So it's been really an amazing experience. Eagleton's one of my great loves in terms of places where I am committed to ensuring its continued success. And so I'm really glad to be a part of the Eagleton family.
Absolutely. And where did your initial interest in politics come from?
Well, in undergrad, in my freshman year, I was an English major that lasted for a hot second. I took an intro to American politics class, and that was it. I knew that I needed to change my major. I had not really been exposed to politics prior to that course, really. So it was definitely eye-opening about the role politics plays in our everyday lives and government plays in our everyday lives. So for me, that was it. I changed my major and was full speed ahead. I didn't realize that I could have a career in electoral politics the way I have. I thought, often you're put on the more traditional track of like you go to law school and then, you work in the legislature or something of that nature. So my path was different in that regard, but I knew once I'd taken that class that I was, going to be working in this field.
And I was also hoping you could give us a little more backstory on your professional work and why you decided to pursue a career in politics.
So I have been working, over 20 years now in government and politics, and I've been really blessed to have opportunities on campaigns and then have opportunities within government. And having a master's degree from Eagleton, from Rutgers, has helped prepare me from the in-government experience as well as working in electoral politics. So I've worked for in the governor's office for Governor Corzine and Governor McGreevey. I've worked for, on the political side for a Senate president. So I've had, a varied experiences. I worked for a congressman right after college as a district representative, doing casework, which is, I suggest to any young person, that's a great way to get introduced to the rubber in the road of government and politics. So, for me, working in communities of color has been really important to me. I'd come to, one of the things I learned in college was how government and politics had such an impact on my life as a person growing up in Brownsville, Brooklyn, in New York, in poverty, and recognizing the role that government has played in either helping or hindering growth in communities of color. So for me, that pretty much kind of laid the foundation for the work that I was going to do and have been doing thus far.
As a student hoping to pursue a career in politics and government myself, what advice do you have for students who are interested in pursuing a career in politics?
One, you can have a career in politics because, I remember early on, and this is, a long time ago, it's kind of like, that's not a job. That's not a career. You have to get a job. And I think that's changing where young people don't feel as if you do a campaign solely for the purpose of getting a job. that you may do a campaign and that's the work that you want to do. And but at the same time, I would suggest that you allow yourself the opportunity to go in and out of government. Don't feel like once you get in government that you can't still come out and do campaigns, because the skill sets are complementary. They're not the same. And I found that very often you'll have individuals who can do campaigns, but they can't work in government, and vice versa. So when you have the ability, I know for me, it's been a huge asset to those who I work for and myself to be able to understand both worlds and how they intersect and how to be successful in both worlds and using your skills transferable from both spaces. So I would suggest, one, recognize that you can't have a career if you decided you want to just do campaigns, especially when you're young and you want to travel, because there's the route to do that, where you can be doing campaigns all over the country. But also, if a great opportunity presents itself in government, you take it, because it adds another layer to how you talk about politics when you understand public policy. So don't feel like you have to do one or the other. You really can go in between them both, because I have for the last 20 years.
Well, Missy, thanks so much for speaking with me today. I wanted to also give you the opportunity to add anything to our audience, if you have anything else to say.
Well, I'm honored and excited to continue to be involved with Eagleton and Rutgers. It's just a great place. Just always impressed with the efforts that they make to be forward thinking and paying attention to where the world is going, where the community is going, so that they can continue to provide the students with the best experience. So I'm just honored to be a part of the Eagleton and Rutgers family.
Great. Well, Missy, thanks again for speaking with me today. I really appreciated your time.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Caleb.